Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future traded. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal. As long as you are on a sim, we're not responsible for your trade. We will start in a minute. Thank you. We will start in a minute. Okay, let's explain what's going on and let me explain to you what's going on in here. I'm sorry because we had two different channels on today by mistake. The ES, we had a beautiful run this morning, and beautiful run all the way till the target 3. And if we notice on the two yellow lines here, this means there is no more trades. This is measured the previous highs and lows, or if you noticed here when we go short. So there is not much long trade at this moment. And if this market going up is not going above the 39.61 level, 39.62 level, this is where most likely the morning session is going to stop and halt. So whoever traded early this morning, it was very nice on the ES. There is a good potential to climb to the 39.62, but then it is over. There is not much left on that trade. So yes, we do have a long. Most of them, they hit the target. We do have long on the ES, and I don't see it's going anywhere above those level. And then if you notice, it hit the institutional target, profit taken on the institutional target. So what is left from now to 12 o'clock, we will be lucky if we get the 39.63. The 39.63, that will be the one we are looking for. And the ES is Let me get the ES. Not much going on the ES. Once it hit the 39.63, we are done for the morning session. The CL is running beautifully. And I don't see anything on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is only small trades on the NASDAQ. Not much going on the NASDAQ either. So whoever traded early this morning, he did very well. And if you are activating any auto trade right now, for swing trading, it's not gonna do you any good. Remember, when the market entered those two yellow lines, there is no more long trade. We've been running those yellow lines for many years. When it enter those two yellow lines, there is no more short. When the market enter those two yellow lines, there is no more long. So this is where actually you stop auto trading and take your profit. For the many years, very rare, those yellow lines fell, very rare. So today the market hit target 1, target 2, and target 3, and there is not much left actually for the morning session, but we going to hang around to see if there's anything. For the NASDAQ also, there is no hope for the NASDAQ to go further up. If the NASDAQ is going to go anywhere, it's not going to be exceeding the 1233. So we see how this going to work. There's not much, guys. There is not much left for the morning session. There we go. Start taking short the ES. Wow. There is no short on the ES. Be careful, guys. No short on the ES. The only time we can go short on the ES, if the ES drop way below the 39.26. There is no short on the ES at this moment. I'm expecting the ES to rebound from the 39.46. This is where the ES, you can call it as a re-entry long, but on a sum, we're not responsible for your trade. So there is no short. Be careful. Here is where I think the re-entry on the ES will be 39.46. It's a very strong hold on 39.46. Do not go short on the ES. Just pull back, re-entry, and it is a very small trades. There is no more swing trading for this morning. Extremely small trades. So scalping will do. You can see where the ES is holding right there, and there is no short. Be careful, no short. It's too early for the short. Be careful. There we go again. You see how they fool you? And here it is, long again on 39.46 on the sim. We're not responsible for your trade. On the CL, just close position at 29.70. The market extremely fast. You see what happened to the ES? There is no short on the ES, so don't let those guys fool you. No short. This is just pullback re-entry. But your pullback re-entry is not swing trading anymore, because I'm not expecting at this moment the ES goes above 49.62. So I think we're gonna keep maintaining those levels from now till 12 o'clock. It's very early for short. Do not allow any auto trade to take short at this moment. It's very dangerous. Why? Because if we look at the support area on the Nasdaq and on the ES, there is extremely strong hold in here. And this is no go for a short. Neither here. Below the 39.42, there is a lot of strong support in those areas. And this is a really where people get confused and they think it's short when there is no short. It's just a pullback re-entry. That's why we say in the market it cannot be just long or short. Sometimes, let's say if the ES go below that number here, 39.42 is no longer tradable. You cannot trade the ES anymore. If the ES go below the 39.42, you cannot trade it. And this is where the biggest mistakes start happening. This area here, 39.42 all the way till 39.26 is not tradable. Now, if you look, you see those many lines, you say, how in the hell we're going to trade between those lines? You cannot. This is giving you an idea that there is a lot of support area and there is no short trade. Once we understand there is no short trade, we can keep redirecting our auto trade to the long side, or if you are a manual trader, then you start taking those trades as a pullback re-entry, or if you are a scalping, you can direct the market to the scalping. But you cannot just take shorts when you see that much support area. The same thing apply on the Nasdaq. The only time we can go short on the Nasdaq if the Nasdaq go below 121.97. And as long as this Nasdaq above those numbers, we cannot go short. Only pullback re-entry long. Pullback re-entry long is the oldest method, and it never ran out. Let me explain to you. If we look here in the corner, there is the buyers way over the sellers. The market analyzer, they are all into positive, and all those indicators here, they are into positive. indicating that the trend is up and you cannot do anything about the short. The only time we start predicting the short when the ES started breaking one level after the other, then we can determine there is a short trade. At this moment, there is no short trade, only pullback and re-entry. You see, it's a total different direction when a guy trying to take a short in here, he's gonna burn his finger. Whether he's auto trading or manual trading is irrelevant. With the auto trading, for people know how to trade and they use the auto trade at the same time, they find out when there is no manual trade, the auto trades are not doing well. Remember that when there is no trade, manual trade, this means the auto trades are struggling. And it never fell, never fell. When we look on the ES, we only see long, and anything goes short here, or any auto trade taking a short in here, his chances winning that trade is very, maybe 1 or 2 out of 10. Where if he stay on the long side, on a pullback re-entry, his ratio his winning, it will be between 7 and 8 out of 10. And this is how it is. So at this moment, because this ES come in between those two yellow lines, which if you've been following us on YouTube or you've been with us for a long time, you start respecting those two yellow lines, and you cannot initiate long trades once the market entered those two yellow lines. At this moment, we don't have a short, so we are on idle here. We're not doing anything. The ES is going in a circle and it's not printing any ticks. And when the ES is not moving, absolutely you'll not be able to make money. It's just going around the circle, and you will be diving into one losing trade, one winning trade, one losing trade, one winning trade. So what happened? You're going in the circle, and we don't want to go in the circle. So the best option, if you still have open position long, keep your eye on it. But I would not allow any auto trade. Doesn't matter where this auto trade coming from. You should not be taking a long trade. And if your auto trade is not trading at this moment, stop auto trading at this moment. Stop immediately. Doesn't matter where this auto trade coming from. This market apply on everybody. This is the market condition right now, is sideways, and there is no money to be made. The ES keep hitting this support area. If you notice here, the ES keep hitting the support area 39.42.25. As long as this market above the 39.42.25, you can scalp couple or few ticks to the long side. On the ES, there is no more swing trading. If the market go below the 39.42, you gotta wait till the market confirm the short trade, and you should not be trading between 39.42 and 39.28. This is a very, very unpredictable area here. You don't know which line is going to hold and which line the ES is able to penetrate. So this is a really dangerous to take any trade if the ES goes below the 39.43. It will be very dangerous trade. So we're gonna stay on a standby to see what the ES doing. Not much going on. I don't expect the market go much higher today. I'm expecting the market by 11 o'clock. We will be hitting 39.63. This is the max on the ES. Beside that, I don't see anything above those numbers here. Let me see. There is nothing. Don't forget we have a resistance at 39.59, and it seems like we're able to cross this one here, and then it will be for the morning destination 39.6275 or 39.63. That should be you should be closing all your positions. This is the last block here, the last resistance, and once we hit, look at this, once we hit the target, this is a total different system. Once we hit the target 39.63, this coming from the market analyzer is finished. So we're climbing to this target, there is nothing left. And now is 10:25. This is where the market analyzer predicted need to cash in at 12 122.99. And now if you notice the ES start giving you signals, sell position. You see, they're all connected. They're all connected. And the thing is we need to predict ahead of time. And so this is where decision has to be made. When you see sell signal, you can take it. This means you can close position on any auto trade, or maybe you can push it all the way to the 39.65 maybe, where the target estimated at 39.65. Either direction is this mean the trend is over. Both of whatever decision you make, there is not much left on that trend. And we don't want to use overbought, oversold indicator, no. What happened to the supply demand? So no, we're not gonna do this. We need to estimate where most likely to take the profit if we are auto trading, or if you want to make a long trade, we know this is not anymore valid to take a long trade, and it's not valid to take a short trade. You sit on the side. There is nothing wrong to sit on the side and not take in a trade and make a risk. You can see how accurate it is. The ES got stuck on the resistance, which is going to break eventually to the higher level right there, 39.66. But this is where the limitation for this morning's session. At the same time, you can see how the Nasdaq is struggling on the 123.03. If Nasdaq able to break this one, only it will break it if the ES able to break that level. And the ES is going to stop right there, and the Nasdaq is going to stop right there. So it is working like a clock, the market. So we understand where most likely this is the max you're gonna get out of this long trade. That's it. There's not much left, or you should not be taking any long trades in here anymore. You should not open positions long trade anymore. If you are in a trade, maybe it's time to consider override the auto trade and close. But you should not be. This is the maximize. This depends on the ES. But on this last entry, it is around 3,200. That's all what you're gonna get, somewhere around there. 3,200, 32.5, maybe 30. I don't know. But this is the highest you're able to take a profit from. We'll see. It's going slowly. Once we hit this blue target, we are done for today, right there. I'm so glad the CL is done because now the CL is going south. Nailed the 29.70. That's okay. You can see how slow the market is moving. And you can see the exhaustion with the trend. There's an exhaustion here. So maybe we're gonna get a bar or two more, and this is it for the morning session. Here we go. We're about to hit the target on the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is finished, and the ES is about to finish at 39.71. Should do it. For a scalping, you have a re-entry on the ES. It's right there on the Nasdaq. I'm sorry, it's 122.86 on a sim. I'm not responsible for your trade. We're not your financial advisor. But on 122.86, you have a re-entry for scalping. There is no swing trading anymore. This is one re-entry, and for the ES re-entry is 39.52 on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade. Also scalping. There is no more swing trading. There is no more big trades. Once those two instruments enter those two yellow lines, there is no more big trades. There is no more money. It's extremely slow. Those two yellow lines has saved us a lot of problems. Those two, we've been using them maybe for 10, 11 years now. We have not used those two yellow lines for last months or 2 months. It's been 11 years, 12 years we've been using them. So, and the very rare, those yellow lines fell, very rare. So, um, so this is very easy on the trader. He don't need a price action. Once he entered this dead zone here between the two yellow lines, he knows the party is over. It does not require too much education or does not require to be sitting miserably in a trader room paying money for nothing. You know, this is the chart is really self-sufficient, giving you all the signals you want, that you really don't have to think too much. Uh, you just follow those signals on the chart, get the proper education for it, and uh, and it's very, very accurate, extremely accurate. Very rare you can make mistakes with those. Very rare. The buyers over the sellers, the momentum, the fibs, the re-entry point, the market analyzer, they all working perfectly together, and the trend exhaustion This is the trend exhaustion, it's right there at the bottom. Here's the trend exhaustion, and 4 signals at the bottom and 4 signals at the bottom, indicating where this market going with a signal. They're all working together perfectly. After 11 o'clock, after this webinar is over, if the if the Nasdaq go below the 29 level, 290 level right there, this is officially short. On the ES, it's totally different right now. If the ES go below the 39.55, you should hit it short, and you should stop auto trading long. You should stop auto trading long. Another one also, you can see the market start losing momentum before it happened, before anyone else start predicting. You're the first one, you start predicting there is a trend exhaustion in the market and is no longer valid to the long side. The first thing is, if the market now below the 39.55, you can hit it short and you should close all the auto trades. Doesn't matter where those auto trades coming from, you should close all the long trades. Another also a warning, exhaustion warning. You had a sell signal here and you have a sell signal right there. Those signals, they don't move, they don't repaint. Even the first signal gave you warning, you didn't respond. On the second one, you should respond, or the third one. But this is a warning, there is an exhaustion in the market. And it tells you to sell. So what does that mean, sell? You can take it as a short, or you can take a trade short in here and short in here. Then you have 2 lots. The average is somewhere around 39.61. Or you can take the short, or you can close your auto trade. If you have an auto trade going long, you can close your auto trade and take a profit. We don't need to hit the last bar because we don't know where is the last bar. But right now what you see is nothing anymore. For the last 30 minutes there is not much going on. It's just going in a circle. Look at it. There is nothing. The market is no longer trending, which we predicted from the first minute we came into this webinar here. So again, activating auto trade when the market entered those 2 yellow lines, you can see you're not making money anymore on any type of an auto trade, whether it's our auto trade or somebody else. Auto trade is irrelevant. For the Nasdaq trade, you're not gonna see anything above the 12,337. 12,337. Close your position. There is nothing above that number on the Nasdaq. Of course, for the morning session, it's a different story in the afternoon. We're gonna stay quiet for the last few minutes and see what happens. Once we enter 11 o'clock, this means the party is over. There is not much to do anymore. Okay, guys, the trend on the Nasdaq for long trade is finished. The trend for the Nasdaq long trade is finished. On the ES, once you get below the 39.58, you can short out the ES at your own risk. We're not responsible for your trade. So the party is over for the long, and we knew that from the first minute we started, because this market entered those two yellow lines and there is no more long trades, and now the market is finished to the long side, is over. Maybe it's a different story in the afternoon, but now we hit 11 o'clock and lunch hours, and now the market is going to sink right under your nose. If you have a long trade, you start taking a profit, and it is over for the long side. As always, we predicted 1 hour before. And this is your job as a future trader, not to put your head on the P&L as much as you need to know what's going on in the market and try to predict the market before it happened. So we knew the market is over an hour ago, and the market did not do anything. And now we are changing from a long trade to the short trade, and the market starts sinking. And despite the buyers, because there is some people thinks when they see the buyers over the seller, that means it's finished. Despite the buyers over the sellers, the market analyzers start predicting south. So you have the privilege to predict the market before anyone else. And this is what make you a better trader, when you can predict 20 steps ahead of the others. Don't follow, predict before they do. So this long trade is finished, way overdue. You close all your trade and you re-engage with short trades on both of direction. Folks, thank you very much for today, and we wish you a pleasant day. Bye for now.